Magandang umaga sa ating mga manonood. Nandito ako sa Davao City at nagkataon na mayroong pulong-pulong yung grupong Revolutionary Government of President Duterte. No? At nandito yung mga key players. Hayaan ko muna magpakilala sila isa't isa. Sir, kayo muna po.
Ako po si Bishop Nilo Tayag. Ako po ang lead convener and founding chair ng Rebolusyong Duterte for Revolutionary Government. Yun po ang official na title ng aming organization sa ngayon. Nandito po si founder RMG Ronda ng Philippine Guardians Incorporated dito sa ating kaliwa. Dito naman sa gawing kaliwa naman ni Founder Ronda is our founding General Secretary of Rebolusyong Duterte for Revolutionary Government. And of course, sa gawing kaliwa pa niya ay si Attorney Rodel Manzanillo na siya ang aming
Alliance Forces versus Destabilization.
Alliance Forces versus Destabilization. On my right is Abel Pablo, Vice President of PAPI and the future President of ano yung organization natin? Federation of Provincial Press Clubs of the Philippines. He's a candidate to be President of the Association of the Provincial Publishers of the Philippines. So our host, thank you, Dr. Anacleto Belleza Millendez, for your generosity in bringing this meeting to many of our brothers and sisters and parents in the United States, to the 3.5 million Phil Americans in the United States, and we are very, very much concerned with bringing our message to the fellow Filipinos who are called Phil-Americans in the United States. And I think they number around 3.5 million Filipinos. And we are very much concerned about, we are very much in need of their support for Rebolusyong Duterte, as well as for the clamor for a revolutionary government. Question.
Meron ba itong advantage or edge sa ibang mga programa na sumusuporta sa Pangulong Duterte, katulad nitong sinusuportahan ko ngayon na Tapang at Malasakit Alliance for the Philippines?
We do not claim any edge or any advantage or any superiority over all these organizations. We participated after the elections in bringing together all the organizations that supported President Duterte in the last 2016 elections. And we came out with Kilusang Pagbabago, which was initiated by CABSEC June Ebasco. And under Executive Order 09, ay nilabas nila yung isang executive order for participative governance and strategic response to the masses. Dalawa yan eh. To allow participation of the masses and at the same time to be the conduit for all the grievances and all the complaints and all the protests coming from the people, and at the same time all the programs to be the conduit of all the programs of the government for the benefit of the Filipino people. That's the purpose of this Executive Order 09 of President Duterte. And the Rebolusyong Duterte is an offshoot also of that, because we were responsible together, most especially our founding General Secretary Bong Ano, in putting up yung KPSP. This is actually for parallel organizations and sectoral organizations. So the KP covers the territorial organizations. But we wanted a more appealing slogan and an appealing name. So KPSP became yung nickname niya mas naging popular, yung Rebolusyong Duterte, and more recently, for a revolutionary government. Now, the aim of this is to really achieve a real revolution for the masses. We believe that from Aguinaldo to Aquino III, walang tunay na revolution for the masses of our people. What happened at EDSA was only a change of the group of the elite na pinagagalaw ng mga oligarko. Ang gusto namin, the real liberation of the Filipino people, the masses, magkaroon ng tunay na demokrasya. Yan ang tunay na revolusyon, hindi yung nasa itaas lamang. So, we believe firmly that President Duterte is a gift to the Filipino people of God only once in a century. Because from Aguinaldo to Aquino III is a good 119 years of the rule of the Trapos. I think our brother Filipino Americans and sisters realize that there should be a real revolution from the masses of our people, for the masses of our people. And we appeal to them to support this revolution. Because we cannot stand by. Hindi tayo pwedeng magbingi-bingihan, hindi tayo pwedeng magbulag-bulagan, hindi tayo pwedeng maghalukot-kip at magkikibit balikat lamang in the face of the crisis facing our country. While there is an open, para bang kayo actually, mga Phil-Americans have contributed to the stability of our society. Because of your $25 billion contributions, including the OFWs and expats all over the world, of 10 million Filipinos. We cannot continue depending on the $25 billion. We should develop our industry. We should develop our manufacturing sector. We should build our country just like what Vietnam is doing now, Malaysia, and the other ASEAN countries. Kailangan ay makaagapay tayo sa pag-unlad ng mga ibang bansa. And we have become the laggards of Asia. And we are competing with Bangladesh for our last position as laggards of Asia. And I think this is a challenge to Phil-Americans. We need your help. There is a compelling need because we know that you have resources, vast resources that can help us. And in fact, with your help and a revolutionary government, we could put to good use the $25 billion that is being remitted as a remittance coming from OFWs and expats, most especially from the United States of America. Yun po ang malaki ninyong kontribusyon. But if we can make a Philippine-American bank and you can contribute $100 as shares of stocks, you can imagine what kind of formidable bank that will support the Filipino entrepreneurial class, which is one of the aims of the Rebolusyong Duterte, to develop the Filipino entrepreneurial class so that it could be at par with our foreign competitors. Because the President believes the supreme value of Rebolusyong Duterte is the Filipino in his individuality and collectivity. He says, the Filipino family, the Filipino youth, if you destroy them, I will kill you, sabi ni President Duterte. Now, the three fundamental values following the supreme value under Duterteism or Filipinism are tayo ang hari sa sariling bayan, hindi ang mga dayuhan. Walang sino pa mang dayuhan ang magkakapagdikta sa atin in terms of foreign policy. In other words, political liberation, economic emancipation, the primacy, the preponderance, and the predominance of the Filipino entrepreneurial class in their own country, and social concord, which is actually to achieve a national unity and reconciliation, even with those who have taken up arms against the government, like the NPAs, like the MILF, and the MNLF, and other armed groups that are fighting the government. So there will be a real unity. Yun po ang mga tatlong fundamental values na dinadala sa katauhan ni President Duterte, and that's why when he won the presidency in 2016 of May, a revolution has already started. And we appeal to you that let us take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all Filipinos. We will never have a president like Duterte, I tell you, because he is a gift of God to the Filipino people only once in a century. The confluence of events and circumstances have brought about a man who used to belong to the Trapos. His father was a member of Marcos' cabinet, and he was governor of Greater Davao, and he also became a mayor of Davao and a fiscal. So for all intents and purposes, he belongs to the Trapos. But what is the difference between the past presidents and Digong? Digong is a déclassé in the French word for it. He turned against his own class and embraced the cause of the workers, the peasants, and the ordinary Filipinos. Those who compose around 90 to 95% of the masses of our people. Yun po ang lakas ni President Duterte. It is very seldom that we have, very rare sa history natin, na magkaroon ng isang presidente who represent the masses of our people. So, nag-a-appeal ho kami ang Rebolusyong Duterte for a revolutionary government. Uma-apila po kami the 3.5 million Filipinos who love their country. We believe that you still love your country. We believe that you are concerned about what's happening in your country. We believe that you can be a big help to Rebolusyong Duterte and for a revolutionary government. We believe that you do not want to miss this chance of a lifetime in order to really change our society, and so that our country, our people will be respected in the family of nations. Nowadays, we cannot be proud as Filipinos because we are the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak, in the socio-economic development of the peoples of Asia. We want 104 million Filipinos. We are the number 12 in the world, and yet we can be a middle power, comparable to South Korea, comparable to Japan, who have the same levels of population, who have the same area, who have the same archipelagic and peninsular character. In short, we are a people who needs only a leader and an ideology to unite all of us in order to advance and be an industrialized country and then be accepted and respected in the family of nations of the world.
May tanong po ako, no? Yung sinasabing revolutionary government, anong mangyayari sa Kongreso at sa Senado?
Well, tatlo po ang major components ng isang revolutionary government. Overwhelming support of the masses and overwhelming clamor of the masses. In fact, theoretically, a revolutionary government can be declared by the masses of our people in an exercise of direct democracy. And President Digong would have no choice but to recognize the voice of the people, which is the voice of God. Okay? Now, without Congress and without the Senate, the President will be exercising legislative powers, meaning he will be supported by a group of experts, and many volunteers now are coming from the UP College of Law. The various schools and legal luminaries from all over the country would like to help in the decree-making powers of the President. In short, we will not go through the endless debates, useless debates in Congress and in the Senate, where vested interests, 85% of the Congress is represented by landlords. Walang representation ng mga workers doon. Walang representation ng mga peasants doon. Walang representation ng unemployed doon. Walang representation ng mga youth doon. There is no real representation. Nagkaroon ng party list, pero dinumog din ng mga ng mga oligarchs at saka mga trapos ang mga party list system. The intention was very good, but ang nangyari, the party list system was dominated also by the trapos. How can we have a way out of the trapos? Only a revolutionary government. The justice system in this country from Aguinaldo to Aquino, hindi nagkaroon ng justice system. Justice ang mga magsasaka, ang mga maliliit na tao. Pera-pera lang lahat. Only the rich can reach up to the Supreme Court for their grievances. The poor people cannot even afford to pay lawyers. Yung wala kang pambayad ng abogado, ang abogado mo bibigay ng paw, makikipagkutsabahan pa sa kalaban mo. Why will you go to the courts? So, the poor people accept their fate silently. But this cannot be forever. They will not be silenced. They will not remain hopeless, and they will not remain helpless. And the judiciary will probably be reorganized, and then the political component, the second political component is the political component, the bureaucracy, na nagsebo ng mga utak ng burokrasya, na 50% according to the UP College of Public Administration, 50% of the national budget is being absorbed by graft and corruption. How can there be development in this country? How can the ordinary institutions tackle the problem of graft and corruption in this country without a revolutionary government giving the powers to President Digong? It's impossible. It is a Herculean task, cleaning the Aegean stables, so to speak. Talagang napakahirap. And then, of course, the first component is overwhelming mass support. The second component is the AFP and the military. There is sufficient support from the AFP and the military. Of course, hindi naman magsasalita ang AFP at saka PNP sa mga panahon na ito. Kailangan nakatahimik lang sila. But most of the people, kasi I have been engaged in lecturing sa mga military ng ideology, they are different from the caudilismo of Latin America because they are soldiers with ideology. Huwag tayong matakot na mag-a-abuse ng power ang mga military kasi kapag dala-dala nila ang ideolohiya ng Pilipinismo o Duterteismo. The third component is the political component, which is actually the shadow government na siyang nakahandang pumalit sa mga korap, nagpapatuloy na korap sa burokrasya at saka sa kasalukuyang sistema ng kapamahalaan or the administrative system of our country. In short, with all these gargantuan problems, my dear fellow Filipino Americans, with all these gargantuan draconian measures are necessary to solve draconian problems. Sabi nga, grandes malos, kailangan natin ang grandes remedios. So it is, we can go on and on citing the compelling reasons why a revolutionary government is necessary to transform our society. There is no other way to transform our society. Kayo mismo ay napilitan kayong pumunta sa Amerika sapagkat sukang-suka na kayo sa nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Alam ko, ang damdamin ninyo maraming mga Phil-Americans. Ngunit kahit na kayo ay nandyan sa Amerika, patuloy ninyong sinusubaybayan kung ano ang nangyayari sa ating bansa. Patuloy na nangyayari sa kahirapan ng mga tao. And of course, day in and day out, you are being badgered by your relatives. Oh, magpadala na naman kayo dito ng ganitong pera. Magpadala kayo ng ganito, kailangan namin. Kasi wala naman silang trabaho. Wala silang mahanap na trabaho. Wala silang mahanap na trabaho kahit na gusto nilang magtrabaho. So under these circumstances, no jobs are being generated because the foreigners are only building malls and malls and malls. No manufacturing sector in this country. So, we should put an end to that. Let us follow Digong's drive for industrialization. He has already started building the Bataan nuclear plant. He has already started an integrated steel mill for this country. So, which will be the basis for a nationalist industrialization. At saka meron po siyang 10-point socio-economic program at saka ambisyong 24. Tulungan po natin ang presidente because this is a chance of a lifetime. Okay? Tanungin nyo naman nating mga kasama dito.
Paano naman po yung sinusulong na federalismo? Kasi parang nagsimula itong kampanya ni Pangulong Duterte, hindi pa nga unang pagtakbo ng bilang Pangulo, kundi gusto lang sana maging federal system ang gobyerno ng Pilipinas. May connection ba ito sa sinusulong natin?
Sasabihin ko lang bago magsalita si Founder Ronda ng Philippine Guardians Brotherhood, ang even the setting up of a federal system of government would be dependent upon a revolutionary government. Sa ngayon nga, yung 25-man commission na tinayo ni President Duterte is being questioned in the Supreme Court, its constitutionality. Dahil daw wala naman constitutional basis yung kanyang pagkaka-create ng 25-man commission. Nagsisimula pa lamang ng paglalatag ng federalismo, binabara na ng mga politiko. Si Founder Ronda, RMG Ronda, can speak na yung federalismo, matagal na namin sinusunod yun. Pero, again, the idea of character change simultaneously taking place with charter change. In my position is this, 100 mang charter change, 100 mang structural change. If we do not change, yun itong pagkakaiba ni Digong. He is for values formation. He is for changing the character of the Filipinos. Kaalinsabay ng charter change sa ating bayan. Ito po ang pagkakaiba ni Digong sa iba pang naging presidente mula kay Aguinaldo hanggang kay Aquino III. Okay. Yung discuss natin sa tungkol sa federalismo.
Ang federalismo ay maisusulong lang ito sa pamamagitan ng pagkakaroon ng revolutionary government. At dito bago maisulong ang federalismo, kailangan magkaroon muna ng 20, yung binabanggit ni Pangulong Duterte na 25 miyembro para magkaroon ng pag-aaral kung ano nga ba ang tunguhin ng federalismo. Yung federalismo, war on drugs, yung graft and corruption, at ang kahirapan na nararanasan ng masang Pilipino, ang sagot dito ay revolutionary government. Ang war on drugs, 40% ng mga barangay officials ay involved sa drugs. Kung hindi sila protector, ay sila mismo ang tulak at hindi ito masosolve kung hindi idideklara ang revolutionary government. Yung korupsyon na nangyayari sa iba't ibang departamento ng ating pamahalaan, ng ating gobyerno, ay hindi rin mapapatalsik yung mga yan, hindi masasawata dahil covered sila ng civil service law. At alam naman natin na napakahabang panahon bago matanggal yung mga corrupt sa ating pamahalaan. So pag diniklara ang revolutionary government, tatabasin lahat yan, mawawala lahat yan, at magpapanibago tayo ng mga uupo sa Bureau of Customs, sa lahat ng mga corrupt na departamento natin. At ang mga barangay officials na involved sa drugs, tatanggalin lahat yan. At dito na magsisimula yung pagbabago na sinasabi ng ating Pangulong Duterte. Ngayon naman, ano bang role ng Guardians sa Rebolusyong Duterte? Ang Guardians, Filipino Guardians, ay may bilang na 3 hanggang 5 milyon na miyembro. At ito ay binubuo ng 300 paksyon sa buong Pilipinas, pati na po sa ibang bansa. Ngayon, ang makakapagkaisa lang dito sa mga Guardians na ito ay ang ating Pangulong Duterte, na kung saan ang ating Pangulo ay miyembro ng Guardians. So, ang mga leader ng Guardians, mga prominenteng leader, katulad ng Senator Gringo Honasa, General Danny Lim ng MMDA, ng General Beroya na nagkakaisang Guardian, ng One Ganap Guardians, ng GPII, ng GBI, at iba pang malalaking Guardians. Pag nagkaisa ito, at nakikita natin na naniniwala sila na ang Pangulong Duterte lamang ang makakapagpabago doon sa ating kahirapan na nararanasan, at yung bulok na sistema ng ating gobyerno ay siya lang ang makakapagpabago. Kaya nananawagan kami, katulad ng ginagawa namin ni Bishop Nilo Tayag, pumupunta kami sa mga probinsya, sa mga iba't ibang rehiyon upang mapagkaisa namin yung mga Guardians. At ito ay magagamit natin dahil quasi-military at karamihan sa mga leaders namin ay nanggaling sa military, sa PNP, ay makakatulong ito. Imagine, 1,700 ang organic members ng PIDEA. paano niya ngayon masasawata ang paano niya lalabanan ang war on drugs? Konti sila. Ang mga guardians pwedeng sumama at tumulong para sa laban natin sa war on drugs. Napakarami nito. At ang laban natin ay nasa grassroots, nasa barangay level. So, maraming mga magbo-volunteers na sumama. At dito sa Rebolusyong Duterte, ito ang magagamit nating grupo o volunteers para makasama tayo doon sa pagbabago, graft and corruption, war on drugs, sa property, at ano pang problema ng ating bansa. Ito po ang makakasama kasama ng iba't ibang organisasyon, mga naniniwala sa layunin ni Pangulong Duterte at doon sa ideolohiya ng Pilipinismo o Duterteism.
How do we communicate Revolution Duterte and the revolutionary government? Si kasamang Abel Pablo po magpapaliwanag that our system of communicating to the masses of our people, itong Revolution Duterte. To us kasi, the many people have been kept in extreme poverty and ignorance, to the point that they do not fight, they do not know how to fight for their rights, precisely because they don't know about their rights. Kaya tutulungan po ng Revolution Duterte for a revolutionary government ang administration of justice dito sa ating bayan. But first and foremost, let us solve the problem of communicating to the masses of our people.
Well, gaya nga ng mga iba na sabi na we want to assure the people na we are not leading to anarchy. Hindi ho magiging ganon. Ang Rebolusyong Duterte, halimbawa ho, ay diniklara ng Pangulong Duterte ang isang revolutionary government. Ano ba ang uugi na pamaraan ng pamamahala sa ating bansa? At doon sa koneksyon tungkol doon sa federalismo, sa nakikita ng lahat ng mga advocates organization after the winning ni Pangulong Duterte bilang presidente, nakita nila ito ay sinulong yung federalismo, yung pag-introduce tungkol sa federalismo. But still, mukha pa rin na ito ay isang medyo hindi pa masyadong malinaw na bagay, gagaya rin ng revolusyong isinusulong natin na hindi pa rin nagiging malinaw na bagay sa nakararami natin sa ating mga mamayan na marami ho sa inyo ang bantulot, ano ba yan, baka madugo yan. Sinusiguro ho namin na ito isang mapayapang revolusyon sapagkat ito isang revolusyon, ito isang pagkilos na ibinibigyan natin, hindi tayo nagtatanggal ng presidente po dito. Sa nakita natin na lumalaking pagnanais na sumali o tumulong sa mga suliranin ng pambansa, katulad ho niyang war on drugs. Siguro ho napansin niyo kung paano kahirap. Nangako ang Pangulo ng within 6 months. 6 months could not be enough. And even 6 years sa kasalukuyang sistema ng mga o pamamaraan o kalakaran ng mga bagay dito sa ating laban sa illegal na droga. Maraming kailangan gawin. And sa korupsyon, sa customs pa lang, na kung saan nag-ugat ang napakalalim, umugat ang korupsyon sa ating bansa. Mula noong nandyan na, no 119 years ago, unti-unti talagang dumikit na bakit ang korupsyon sa ating lipunan, sa ating mga pamahalaan. So, ito, nakita natin ang isang pangangailangan sa isang tunay na pagbabago, ganap na pagbabago, at hindi yan pwede sa kasalukuyang kalakaran ng mga bagay, sa mga batas na umiiral, at sa kasalukuyan nating konstitusyon na nag-uugit ng pagkapasa ng lahat ng batas na iniisip ng ating mga batas, ng ating mga legislature or mga legal luminaries, na ito ay magdadala sa atin tungo sa isang mas progresibong bansang Pilipinas. Napansin natin yan after 119 years, after testing the 1987 Constitution for 30 years na, Bishop. And ayan ho, nakita natin talagang nagiging sagabal ito sa ating pagsulong, nagiging sagabal sa tunay na pagbabago, sapagkat hindi kaya nito na i-overhaul ang mga institusyong nakakaproblema, lalong-lalo na ho sa korupsyon. Ang war on drugs, nagugat yan sa korupsyon, sa graft and corruption. sa mga protektor na nasa mga autoridad, kailangan ho natin, mga kababayan, ng isang gobyerno na may sapat na kapangyarihan, may sapat na tapang, may sapat na malasakit upang tanggalin ho lahat to. At mangyayari lamang ho yan kung idideklara ang revolutionary government. Ano ba ang kasunod? Kasunod ho nito, siguro ho, dito na magkakaroon ng pananagumpay ng isang saligang batas na talagang tunay na uugit at magsisilbi sa aspiration sa ating minimiti ng bawat isang Pilipino. Na sa mga nakaraang panahon, lahat halos ng mga nandyan, mga oligarko, na ang mga batas na naisulat, bagaman sabi ni Ramon Magsaysay noon, yung mga those who have less than life, moral law, and those naman, those who have written the law, those who have much in life, na only protected their interests at hindi ho nagkaroon ng tamang representasyon ng mga those who have less in life na i-assert yung kanilang mga karapatan at yung nakararaming Pilipino, yung kanilang minimithing kalagayan, minimithing pag-unlad ng kabuhayan at kapayapaan sa Pilipinas ay hindi natin nakita since then. So, ito po ang sinasabi ko nga natin na kapag nabalitaan natin na ito isang magandang balita sa mga Pilipino, i-share po natin sa ating mga kababayan. Kami ho sa Press Bureau ng Rebolusyong Duterte, wala lang ang kaya namin gawin ay paalam, subalit sa di namin abot, mas mahalaga ho na ipaabot natin. Ito isang magandang balita, kung sa pagkapanalo ng ating mga contestant sa pageant sa ibang bansa, ang bilis hong kumalat ho. Pagka nanalo yung paborito nating team sa basketball, ang bilis yung kumalat. Pero ito yung isang magandang balita, ikalat ho natin na ang Rebolusyong Duterte o itong revolutionary government na gusto nating ideklara ni Pangulong Duterte ay hindi isang madugong revolusyon, isang mapayapang revolusyon na magdadala sa atin sa tunay at ganap na pagbabago ng ating bansa. Pamalita po natin to.
Ang tanong po, kailan yung tamang panahon na maideklara? Ito ba'y mangyayari sa taong ito? Sa darating na taon?
Hindi po natin masasagot yan. Una-una, gusto kong dagdagan ng sinasabi ni Pablo tungkol sa mass media at saka tungkol sa traditional media at saka sa social media. Kami po ay umaapela sa mga Phil-Americans sapagkat hindi po kami pinapansin ng traditional media o mainstream media sapagkat hawak po ng mga oligarko ang malalaking mga broadcast and broadsheets and broadcast outfits sa Pilipinas. Ngayon po, sa pamamagitan ni Dr. Anacleto Belleza Millendez, meron pong pagkakataon na makaabot ang aming mensahe sa inyo. Ang sagot ko naman sa kanyang katanungan ay ganito. In any revolutionary situation, there are what we call the objective forces and the subjective forces. The objective forces are the socio-economic conditions occurring in this country. While it is true that we have a 6% to 7% rate of growth batay sa ating GDP, gross domestic product, hindi naman po ito inclusive. Alam naman po ninyo na ang mga oligarko sa ating bansa ay nabibilang sa mga pinakamayaman, nasasama sila sa Forbes record, the magazine. Nasasama sila sa nililista ng mga pinakamayaman sa mundo. Pero nandito po lang sila sa itaas, the trapos and the oligarchs dito sa itaas. Pero ang masa po ng mga Pilipino, ang mga manggagawa at magsasaka at mga maliliit Alam naman ninyo, wala pong middle class eh. Kung meron pong middle class, sigurong masasabi natin, kayo po ang middle class na 3.5 million Filipinos in the United States and outside. This is a developing middle class. Pero nandiyan po kayo, nakatali kayo dyan, naghahanap buhay. Ang importante po ay magkaroon ng internal sa loob na pagbabago. Well then, these are the objective conditions. So, the objective conditions of the masses. Now, the subjective forces, ito pong ginagawa namin. Subjective in the sense that we are dealing with the consciousness of the Filipino people. Sa salitang Tagalog, ganito po. Ang mga kamalayan ng mga Pilipino po ay iniaangat namin pilit na maging isang kamulatan. Hindi sila may kamalayan sila sa nangyayari sa pang-araw-araw nilang buhay. Kakain sila 3 beses isang araw, ang concern nila. Pero hindi sila concerned sa pagbabago ng kanilang kalagayan. That is what we call consciousness o kamulatan. Ang Rebolusyong Duterte po ang sinusulong namin ito, nakikita namin na napakagandang pagkakataon upang maabot namin upang matransform namin ang kamalayan ng mga Pilipino at maiangat namin sa antas ng kamulatan sa kanilang kalalagayan. Kapag mulat sila sa kalalagayan, umaabot po sa punto na sinasabi ko, we are slaves in our own country. And yet, we are not conscious of being slaves. If we cannot even be conscious that we are slaves.